Welcome to the Father Front. I'm Zaya, and with me is Alec. Today, we're diving into a topic that feels both massive and incredibly personal: the unspoken challenges of fatherhood. We talk a lot about supporting new mothers, which is absolutely vital, but there's a question we, as a society, rarely think to ask. How's dad doing?
That's such a crucial question, Zia. It's a blind spot for so many of us. I think it's because there's this deep-seated, almost invisible script that men are handed from a very young age. You're taught to be the rock, the provider, the one who has it all together, the strong and silent type.
The stoic pillar of strength. And when a man becomes a father, that expectation gets amplified 100 times over. Suddenly, you're not just responsible for yourself and your partner, but for this new life. And there's an immense external and internal pressure to project unwavering strength, even when you're feeling overwhelmed, scared, or completely lost.
Exactly. I remember when our first child was born. The world shrinks to just this tiny, beautiful, screaming human and my wife, who had just gone through a marathon of labor. My entire focus was on them. Friends and family called, and every single conversation was, rightfully, about them. But my internal world was chaos. I was terrified of doing something wrong, exhausted beyond belief, and grappling with this profound identity shift. I felt like I was failing if I even admitted to myself that I was struggling, let alone say it out loud.
That's such a powerful and common story. The community rallies around the mother and child, and the father often becomes a background character in his own family story. He's seen as the support system, not someone who also needs support. People ask him, "Is your wife getting enough rest? Is the baby eating well?" But no one asks, "Are you getting any rest? How are you coping with this massive life change?"
It's true, and it's reinforced everywhere. Think about the classic sitcom dad. He's often portrayed as bumbling and incompetent, a sort of lovable doofus who can't handle the baby on his own. The underlying message is that caregiving is not his domain. Or you get the other extreme, the stoic, emotionally distant provider who works all day and is too tired to connect. There are so few mainstream examples of a father who is both strong and emotionally present, who is a competent caregiver and also has his own struggles.
Right. You become the fixer, the one who assembles the crib, does the grocery runs at 3 a.m., and tells your partner, "We've got this," even when you feel like you have absolutely nothing. There's this fear that if you show a crack in the armor, the whole fortress will crumble. You don't want to add another burden to your partner who's already dealing with so much physically and emotionally. So you push it all down.
And pushing it down has serious long-term consequences. This isn't just about a few tough weeks of sleepless nights. This sustained emotional neglect can lead to serious mental health issues for fathers: anxiety, burnout, depression, what some researchers even call paternal postnatal depression. It's very real, but it's often misdiagnosed or completely ignored because men are less likely to seek help for it.
It impacts the entire family unit, too. When a father is emotionally suppressed, he can become distant. He might be physically present, at the dinner table, at the soccer game, but emotionally absent. This creates a disconnect with his partner and, crucially, with his children. He's trying so hard to be the strong provider that he forgets how to be the present, vulnerable parent.
That's a vital point. It perpetuates a cycle. A father who doesn't know how to process or express his own emotions inadvertently teaches his children the same thing. He teaches his sons that men don't cry or ask for help, and he might struggle to connect with his daughters on an emotional level because it's unfamiliar territory for him. It's a legacy of silence.
Absolutely. So the question becomes, how do we break this cycle? How do we rewrite that outdated script? For the fathers listening who might feel seen right now, the first step is acknowledgement. Give yourself the permission to not be okay. Your stress, your fear, your exhaustion, it is all valid. It doesn't make you a bad father, it makes you a human being.
Permission is key. And then, take one small step to vocalize it. You don't have to post it on social media or tell the world. Find one person, your partner, a trusted friend, a brother, another dad. Say the words out loud. This is harder than I expected. Just cracking the door open can release so much pressure.
And it's about redefining strength. True strength isn't the absence of struggle, it's the courage to face it. The strongest thing a father can do for his family is take care of his own mental and emotional health. That's the foundation everything else is built on.
I love that. So, for the friends and family who want to help, how can they offer genuine support?
Be specific. Instead of a generic, "How are you?" which will almost always get a "fine," try something more direct. Say, "This is a huge adjustment for you too. How are you really holding up with it all?" Or, "I can't imagine how tired you must be. What's one thing I can do to give you a break for an hour?"
That directness makes it so much easier to be honest. And when you're talking to him, include him in the emotional conversation. Ask him what his favorite part of being a dad has been so far, or what has surprised him the most. See him as a full parent, not just the chief of logistics.
And for partners, creating intentional check-ins can be a game changer. Find a quiet moment and frame it as a team huddle. "Hey, I know all the focus has been on me and the baby, but I want to know how you're doing. What's on your mind?" That simple invitation can create a safe harbor for him to finally share what's weighing on him.
Ultimately, this isn't about taking focus away from mothers. It's about expanding the circle of care to include the entire family unit. A healthy, supported father is a better partner and a more engaged parent. When dad is doing well, the whole family benefits.
That's the core message. So, to everyone listening, check in on the dads in your life. Ask them how they're really doing, and then listen with an open heart. And to all the fathers out there, please know that your well being matters immensely. You are more than a rock, you are a vital, feeling part of your family's heart.
Thank you for joining us for this important conversation on the father front. Let's all go out and start asking that question. It can make all the difference.